Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another NTW 3 Battlefield today, and today we have a glorious and bloody and brutal and amazingly close 4v4 Battlefield today, and this is, a absolute grind fest, and I am telling you that I've watched this video through. It is brutal. The four armies, four French armies, four coalition armies are going to fight over this town. And they fight for every inch, every yard is like just covered in bodies by the end of this battle. Like, it is amazing, this battle, and definitely worth sticking around for. Get yourself some popcorn, get yourself a drink, a beer, a fizzy like soda or whatever. Get yourself something and get ready for a brutal, brutal battle. It is amazing, and it is a good one. That's all I can say to it, really. I know I've already gone over that, but yeah, it's one of the best I've seen in a long, long time. It's sent in by a member of my Discord. If you want to send in your own brutal and close battles from NTW3 or any territory war, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. But yes, we have two Spanish armies here today. Already artillery fire is firing on them, it seems. We have two Spanish armies. We then have the Tyrol army, which I presume... like Tyrol, and I think I do know this. The Tyrol campaign is like at the same time. It's 1805, so it's at the same time as the Austerlitz campaign. So when that's happening, Massena, as you can see here, the commander, was actually invading Italy, like Austrian Italy, and was doing that. And we already have a general attack. Oh boy! So France managed to get in. Its enemy general killed. France managed to get in with one tiny Chevalier unit and managed to take out Austria's general, and then Austria just descended on that cavalry unit and killed it off with all their Chevaliers. But yeah, so Austria already down a general in this one. That is huge. A lot of Austrians here running down the road. So yeah, that is huge actually. Austria already complained about in the Battle of Ulm for being kind of weak and kind of useless. Hopefully they don't have a similar battle like today, but they are going to be down a general straight off the bat, so that is going to be a rough start for their morale, that is for sure. But yes, back to Tyrol. Tyrol, I believe, was going on at the same time as the Austerlitz campaign, so it's an interesting campaign, that's for sure. Don't usually see these this faction. It's only a 6-pointer, to be fair. It's quite a weak France, and the units are quite small. Like, everything's like 79, 76, nothing like plus 100 I've seen yet. Like 90s, yeah, they're really small. But they do have my favorite unit, which I always like to talk about, which is the cousins of the Emperor. So clearly, the Emperor had that many cousins, 54, that he was managed to be able to make a regiment out of them. I always liked imagining that every single one of these men has to be one of his cousins,
has fallen to the enemy.
or a relative of the Emperor. That would be quite funny if it was the case, but obviously it's not, and they're just disappearing. They're that good, they can camouflage in the thin air. But yeah, a very cool unit, a very cool faction, from a kind of a very unknown campaign, to be honest. It's kind of just overshadowed by Austerlitz. But yeah, so we have Tyrol, we have two Spanish campaigns, and then the final army. I've been really dithering on army comps today. And then the final one is the Austerlitz, is 1809 Austria. So we have, this is like the army that campaigned against the Austrians at battles like Aspern-Essling and Wagram. So yes, and today they are facing, as we know, Austria over there. Austria could be facing the Austrian campaign. That would be perfect, wouldn't it? We then also have 1806 or 1807, I think it is actually, Russia. So we've got like the early period Russia. Then we have 1812 Russia. So this is like the Great Patriotic War. This is when Russia's being invaded by France. And then the final army is the Helder expedition. So this is like the British and Russia hybrid. So a lot of Russians, some Brits, and some Austrians here today facing off against the French. It's certainly going to be interesting, that is for sure. I'm probably going to end up referring to the Helder expedition at some point as the Helder Republic. I don't know why I do it. I've just made it a habit. I do apologize. I'll try to just refer to them as the British, because it's just majority British infantry. There's like a few Russian assets, but yeah, majority British infantry. And they look good. I do quite like them. It's a strong faction, and they're really good at reload. Like, reload speed's good, and their accuracy is really good. So yeah, this is a solid faction for like fighting, like in a long line battle. We've got some Russian.
We've taken a building, sir.
Russian cav just behind here. Building already been taken. So we've got some sappers going in. They've got their They've got their aprons on. They're not doing baking today. They're doing some killing. But they've captured this town hall here. So they hold an LOC. They hold the southern end of this town. And then the northern end is held by the Russians, who already got units in around this town hall here. And I think they've already claimed it and got units into it. So yeah, 1812, Russia's already dug in and digging in even more because they know that there's a big army coming against them. There's a lot of Spanish troops over here. Well, Spanish campaign, but they are French. Well, I say they're all French infantry. We have Swiss here. And we have some troops in Württemberg and Westphalia. So there's plenty of non-French here as well. We have Velite, yeah, we have more Italians. My gosh. It's actually quite a lot of non-French troops here. These are Spanish as well. This is a different Spanish army, though, in fairness. Swiss Voltigeurs. I really like this, though. This looks really cool. Like, the French were, like, having a parade, almost. They had their French troops on the road here, and then the artillery parading by. But, again, more Swiss Grenadiers. Grenadiers of Frankfurt. A cool unit. I always like the obscure stuff. And then Carabiniers, which are a French unit. An elite light infantry. We have Spanish Guardsmen, and then Swiss line infantry. So, yeah, a very multicultural army here today. There are lots of French troops, but also lots of other, like, troops. We have, like, Germans here. I also know that there are Bavarians as well, loitering about. Yeah, some Bavarians here. So yeah, lots of cool units here today for the French. I'm excited for this one, and I hope you guys are as well. If you are enjoying NTW3 and want to see more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and a comment showing support. It really does help out the channel. And also recently, I've added like the membership, so you can become a member of the channel if you want to support the channel in another way. And you get early access to videos, you get discounts on merch, and you get loads of really cool like add-ons which you can have. Well, also it's just another way to support the channel if you're feeling generous. So yeah. And I am thinking of doing maybe some like member-only videos or like live streams and stuff like that. So yeah, if you become a member, then it's certainly beneficial, that is for sure. Yeah, line infantry here moving forward. Tyrol really looks like he's going to be trying to flank around. Looks like he could be facing off against the Helder Republic. LRC, I've already done it. The Helder Expedition, the British. Pope is the British today. Don't worry about what funny flag they're waving. See, I don't know why I want to call them Republic. And why Republic? It's not like Britain or Russia were a republic at this time. But yeah, the Helder Expedition, if you don't know what it is, Britain and Russia in the the late 18th century, sorry, tried to land an expeditionary force and try and, I believe in the Low Countries, to try and get rid of the revolutionary French. Failed, obviously, because that's how we then end up with, like, Napoleon. But there's actually a bit of a flank going on around here. Keep an eye on this. Got some Cossacks here. See, this is the Helder Expedition with their Cossacks that they can bring. They're going flanking really wide. I think Tyrol's realised it, or Spain's realised it. He's got Cav way out here. With the Macenas here, he's kind of on his own. Needs to be careful of that. There is a few shots going off. Not many, but we have some Voltigeurs here. They're getting shot at by, well, I believe it's just a British infantry unit that's just in this building shooting out there. So yeah, they are getting shot at a little bit, but nothing major. And here we go. Here's 1807 Russia coming in their massive columns. There's a lot of them. And there is actually also some Prussians here. I believe that these guys here are Prussians fighting for the Russians. Just to, you know, complicate things a bit more. We have Prussians fighting for the Russians. Just, you know, make it a bit more of a tongue twister. Bavarians over here. I like the Bavarian look, by the way. I think, like, light blue and pink. It's actually quite a nice, like, combo they got going on there. These light infantry, not like the greatest, they can't form square or anything like that, but you know what, always nice to have them here, fancy uniforms. Bavaria was one of the more loyal subjects. And they got some, looks like some Bavarian artillery, or just some German artillery. Not quite sure on the nationality. 6-pounder there though, already shelling those Austrian cav way off in the distance. I can hear more shots going off, and it looks like the battle is getting underway. So we have Velite Grenadiers of the Guard. They are getting ready, and they've already stormed this building, and they are in there. They're starting to clear it out, clear out this house room by room, and there you go. The Russians have appeared, and in they go. So they're going to clear out both floors. I don't know if they're grenadiers or they're just basic Russian infantry, but either way, I'm pretty sure the Russians are solid infantry. Should be pretty hard to take them out. We have the 40th line here, which is called the Rock of Marengo, which is quite a cool name. I quite like that. They have 3 units of them. It's a sick name, though. The Rock of Marengo. I guess clearly these are like the heroes of Marengo. With the battle that Napoleon famously lost at 5 and then won at 7. And then we have artillery here. This is a really good position for the artillery, though. We have a 4-pounder here, just on this road, and it can just shoot anything that comes down this road for the of the Russians right now. Just infantry, just like already set up here. Looks like he's going after the general because that building just took a big hit and the general just walked past it. So yeah, maybe trying to do a bit cheeky general snipe. Yeah, seems as though I think this these infantry are just dueling with each other here. A bit of a line fight, not much, not the most action-packed one. It's going to be difficult in these streets to actually have a proper big line fight because they're going to be like broken up by the buildings, and that's going to make it interesting. If you push, you could find yourself encircled and shot on multiple fronts by infantry in a street like this. And like if you push like down here, you could get shot on the sides, both sides, in your front. It's going to be difficult for the French, that's for sure, to be aggressive in this one. I'm interested to see how they're going to do it. I mean, I feel like Austria is going to have the easiest time of it, like the Austria campaign. Sorry, not Austria the faction. Austria the faction's got a rough time because they've got no general. Just to remind you all. But yeah, the Austria campaign, 1809 France, is going to like have a pretty, not easy time, but an easier time of it because they already have a bridgehead. So it's not like they've got to cross a river and then battle through the streets. They already have like, I mean, they're going to have to battle through some streets, but it's not as bad. And we have a cavalry charge over here. We have some Cossacks rushing for the guns here, and this is a Westphalian gun, and then that's a looked like that was a. We've got some cav as well breaking here, so that's a shame. So we've got cav breaking, and we also have artillery here that's been wiped out. So that is a huge win there for the Cossacks, and then the Cossacks charging on in, and they are going to be able to break some of this Westphalian infantry over here as well by the looks of it. There you go, that is gone. Will they get this other one? No, the Swiss can form square, and it looks like they sort of did. So there you go, we've got more Swiss infantry now moving up to replace those Westphalians. That's a big win there for that Cossack unit, getting a nice early win there. Taking out a lot of artillery. You know, the French can't just sit back with their artillery and pound away. They're going to have to get up close with their muskets and get stuck in, really. Looks like France pushing across over here as well. We've got lots of line infantry coming across. I think that this 1809 campaign, like France, is probably my favorite looking France. I don't know why. I just think it is. Looks amazing. And the Grenadiers of the line, oh boy, they're gorgeous. These guys are the most good looking unit in the game. Just any Grenadiers of the line, it doesn't have to be 1809, but just like any Grenadiers of the line. Like the red shakos, it just gives me that true Napoleonic, sort of like French Napoleonic vibe. They really do look good. Very, very nice. But anyway, back to the battle. Instead of me idolizing over units, seems like the French have rallied some troops here. Looks like the Swiss taking a lot of hits, though. Poor guys. There's some Württemberg infantry coming up here. Really throwing in the trash first to the French. Shows how much they appreciate our allies. These sappers miners here are just getting probably shot by friendlies. I don't know why. This Italian infantry here is just shooting. Sappers miners are just waiting here for some reason. I'd send them in. If these, I think the Velite Grenadiers have been defeated, yeah. They failed to take the building. So I'd send in the Sappers miners next, and they can probably do the job. It looks like maybe the Swiss going in next. I don't know. They're standing them right outside. Are they just going to pour? I think they're going to just pour fire into the building. Try and clear them out the old-fashioned way with a good old few volleys. I mean, they just shot at the building there. And that got it to 52%. Fair play. But, yeah, they're going to try and burn this building down or something. It's already, like, looking pretty bad. You can tell this is going to be the center of the battlefield. We have got a French cavalry charge over here. And it's going to try and take out the guns. In they go. Chevaliers there. Look like they might about do it. No, they broke. Will the guns? No, they won't. That is a shame. So it looks like they tried to go after the guns over here, the 6-pounders. Did the Russians, and then they countercharged the French. Need to be careful. Being very bold with the French there, but nearly worked. That was 2 different artillery units, I just realized. That's a big target, to be fair. I think it looks like, I was going to say maybe the Russians are going to set up their artillery a little bit further back, but no, they're getting even closer. Don't know if this was on purpose or what, but he's getting really close with his artillery now. And we got cavalry coming across. Don't know what is going on there. They are being aggressive. This Russian cavalry here. Artillery just flying on by, hitting the French, and here we go. Just going to see this line infantry here form square. Russian dragoons charge in. They look like they failed. They're going to break pretty quickly, that is for sure. That is a shame. And then on this side, I also saw a big charge over here starting to get ready. And here you go, we have Russian cav coming through. It seems like the cavalry charge has kind of failed because they're getting stuck in their own infantry. And look at that, the Italians are just going to be able to fire brutal volleys off onto the oncoming Russians. There you go, they're going to start slicing and dicing of those dragoons. The Italians going to combat. Another charge over here. This looks like another Russian dragoon unit just charging into a square. That's not going to achieve much. Yeah, big blob up of infantry here. I don't know what this Russian player is doing. Seems a bit suicidal just to charge all his infantry in like this, but it is causing a massive melee fight straight off the bat. We've got Italians breaking there. More Italians breaking, so I mean, even though it looks like a suicidal charge, it is working to start with here. But we have got more infantry on the way up here. We've got Grenadiers Swiss, the Grenadiers of Frankfurt, and Carabineers going in. So we've got some solid infantry coming up here to try and deal with the situation. And there's more Italian troops here. These ones are actually from Elba, ironically, where Napoleon's going to get kicked out. But yeah, big infantry charge here. We don't know what they're trying to achieve. Anything else going on in this fight? Yeah, we've got a bit of a fight going on over here. The dragoons being kicked back. This is like 1812. Russia is being attacked now. We've got the Grenadiers here from Tyrol going in. They're going to be able to do anything. They're going to charge in. They might break those Russians, you know. And we've got the we've got the dragoons coming back in. They're going to charge in. These Russians unable to form square. It looks like morale is looking pretty shaky. How is looking on this side again? Okay, another bayonet charge coming in. We've got Carabineers charging on in. They're breaking Russians. These are pretty elite light infantry. And as you can see, they are dressed like heavy infantry, like the Grenadiers. So it's no surprise that they're solid in combat. Got some Spanish infantry here. Like I said, it's a very multicultural army today. Grenadiers, are the Swiss Grenadiers going in. These guys, I didn't think the Swiss could be so aggressive. Thought they were a peaceful people, but there you go. They're fighting off, beating those Russians back. And this just seems like a real waste by the 1807 Russia. Like his army is just getting like evaporated bit by bit because I mean there's also all this units in combat. It's allowing the French cav to kill off quickly. Yeah, more line infantry coming in here. They're charging in, breaking the Russians here. They nearly got the French. They are slowly getting pushed back at the Russians. And already the bodies are starting to pile up, as you can see here.
Sir, our general is under attack.
A general under attack? Oh, he must be just getting a random musket shot or something. Infantry, though, really close to the artillery here. Why is this Russian infantry not... Oh, to be fair, it's getting attacked by French infantry here. Yeah, 1807 Russia attacking along the entire front here. I think he must have desynced or something. I don't know. just seems like a really suicidal assault. It hasn't really gained them much. Well, gained a lot for the French. They're killing off a big army right now. Hopefully a lot of these guys return, but not looking good. And as you can see, the British are already moving now into the center to replace those losses. And we do still have British outside, but it is a bit of a risk. And we do actually have a little British light dragoon here killing off Voltigeurs. It's a small win, I guess, you know. Gotta do what you gotta do. The SARs were very late to trying to chase down those the British light cav. More Voltigeurs there, but smartly did not go for them all. And Tyrol here is now dueling with the Russians and the Helder expedition. Now, Napoleon Republic, they tried. They need to turn around those Scots. Got the Pavlovsk Grenadiers here. These guys are some of the hardest men in Russia. And they got some strange looking hats of the Napoleonic Wars. And a general has been killed. France has lost a general. Edouard Mortier has been killed off by that sneaky little Cossack unit that we saw earlier. Really nice done. That's one of the Spanish campaign armies. I imagine this one here that has lost its general. And yeah, he was really late in getting his chasseurs to come and support over there. But yeah, big loss there for the French. So both sides having lost a general at this point. Even Stevens on their generals being lost. Austria's lost one, and one of the Spanish campaign have lost a general, making this very interesting. That is for sure. Finally balanced. Austria now over here, dueling with the French. Big line battle underway. This is going to be brutal. And yeah, as we thought, the Austrians are going to fight against the Austrian campaign, so it's perfect, really. And that's a beautiful volley if I've ever seen one there. Gotta love a bit of gunpowder in the morning. The smell of gunpowder, it's great. Building captured. I don't know what they've captured. What have they captured? Oh, just a random armory. Okay, I thought that maybe they captured this town hall or something. If they capture this is a real problem for the Allies. Yeah, the line battle over here is still going on. This is the first proper long line battle we've seen all game. We've seen a lot of melee so far, and also like just small line battles, like 2 units max. So yeah, this is like a big line fight here. As you can see, the Russians they're going back in as soon as they've rallied. It's just a waste, really. So I don't know what the player was doing, what he was thinking, but you're happy to know that sacrifice does not affect the battle. It's still going to be a very, very close fought thing. And there you go. We've got some light cav going in, taking out this artillery. It's really well done there. But now you have some dragoons swinging around. They're going to take out the light cav, but the job is done. They took out that artillery, and that's all they had to do. So well done to both sides, really. I feel like the French, even though they were late to the party, they were still quick to get in there and save what they could. Maybe some infantry would have been threatened. It's hard to say. Well, Austria seems like he's holding okay for now with no morale. With no general. Sorry, morale is looking okay. There are a lot of bodies on the ground though already. That's a little bit concerning. Hopefully, I mean, to be fair, these aren't all French troops. A lot of these are Germans, so hopefully they're not as good, but I can't say that for sure. And the Austrians, it doesn't really matter how good the infantry is that they're facing. Without any general and morale held there, that could be a problem. And we already look, actually, to be fair, they're also having to go down to red here, as you can see. And that one's broken. That is the first Austrian unit to break. I'm sure it won't be the last. More French infantry on the way up as well. Line infantry here from the Bavarians. And then we have more Bavarians and some Frenchies. Artillery as well moving up. Seeing the British, they're leaving this city. I think they're going over to support the Austrians. And there's a big gap in the line here though where the Russians once were. Really the Spanish campaign needs to push up and just get straight in there, like take advantage of this gap. Russia is not taking advantage of that scenario, and he's also not, he's not taking advantage of the gap and filling it, which, to be fair, maybe it would have been overstretched. He's very much dealing with these almost house-to-house fighting that's going on here. More Bavarians here actually fighting for in the Tyrol army as well. So plenty of Bavarians in today's battle. We've got plenty of Grenadiers waiting in the wings through the Tyrol campaign. Interested to see what they're going to do with all these guys. Bring up the cousins of the Emperor. They're finally going to see some action. And finally, the Emperor's going to lose a few of these goddamn cousins. Hopefully it's the annoying ones. But I'm sure these men will cheer Vive l'Empereur the loudest. Being related to him, of course. I like that whole idea. It's a cool, funny idea. You must be related to the Emperor. Ah, you may join the cousins of the Emperor. You're welcome, sir. Enjoy. Yeah, this is looking like a brutal fight over here now for the Austrians. Yeah, these bodies are mounting up quickly. You can see already along the line, lots and lots of dead. Looks like they're going to set up the 6-pounder maybe behind this infantry here. And try and give them even more firepower in the fight against the Austrians here. Be a good idea. 3 artillery pieces. You just need to then just retreat some of this infantry and they can then start pounding the lines. Already breaking some more Austrians. Not a good sign. We really need some of these British troops over here soon. They are on their way though. Won't be long till they're getting some British firepower. The remaining Russian sort of troops here. Of Russia 1807, I don't know what they were thinking of doing. It was just goddamn suicidal. We've got some Bavarians here. Sort of dueling with them, and there we go. Artillery still firing off down here. More German artillery here, pounding away, just hitting that Austrian line. They're on a good hill though, to be fair to the Austrians. I mean, to be fair, looking at the bodies down there, look at those. That's a lot of dead Bavarians. The French are being hurt from this. So yet to see any routing French just yet. Big cavalry standoff as well waiting here. I think both sides are probably thinking, I'm not sure if I can win that one. And here we go. France is pushing up hard now. We have got the French-Spanish campaign here. They're pushing hard. We do have is that a general? It is. Russia's general here is still alive. They are basically at the river. They could, if they push hard enough and quickly, maybe surround the Austrians. I mean, there are British troops around here somewhere. So they might be able to stop them. They are going to be needed, though. And the British are sending over even more troops. They have a Russian artillery piece as well here. So again, more of that Russian-British combo going on.
Our men are running, sir.
The men are starting to break. So the French are actually breaking over here now. Provisional infantry gone. That's no surprise. And then another general has died. So that's 1812 Russia now without a general. He must have been shot by a random musket ball or cannonball or something like that. That is unfortunate for 1812 Russia just to lose that. And here we go. France seeing an opportunity now with the general dead to charge in 3 units of Chasseurs Cheval. See if they can break this infantry line. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yep, they are dead. That was a massive waste of cavalry. That was 3 units of Chasseurs Cheval. All just charging in. And the Russians held their ground nicely. And they just got shot as they ran past this building. It's like shooting turkeys. It's like turkey shooting season. That's what I was going for. Got some Russians still holding here. It's good to see they are still hanging on. And their artillery is on the flanks. But they could do more. They could have done more than just provide a bit of artillery and some infantry. They had a full army at one point.
Our men are running.
Hungarians and Germans fighting side by side against the the French and other Germans. More French, actually some Germans breaking here. Yeah, the French are starting to quiver a little bit. So this centre line here seems like it's struggling, having no... I mean, the artillery's firing, but it's just not very regular. I feel like that's where the French are now getting outgunned. I feel like they could also start to overwhelm this flank here, but I don't know. Another cavalry charge in the back lines. Looks like it was more Cossacks. So yeah, well done by the chasseurs clearing them out. Don't want any Cossacks in the back line killing off generals or whatever. There's a lot of artillery back here though that I feel like is not achieving a lot. A lot of 8-pounders that could do with moving up maybe to like down the streets just to try and harass the Russians. I mean, the French did have artillery here and the Russians had to sacrifice cavalry to get rid of it. It doesn't seem like the Russians have much artillery, not artillery, cannons left. Artillery cannons, I mean cavalry. Get there eventually. Don't look like they have many cavalry units left, but we'll see. Britain is on this hill and it was waiting for the French. I don't know what the... Oh dear, I think they're getting hit by friendly fire, but the Russian general's about to die. That's a shame. And the Russians also just shooting their own artillery. I don't know what is going on, what this Russian player was doing, but had an absolute mare. But we've still got a few Russians holding. They're trying to hold back a whole wave of French. Look at all these French now coming out of the city. I mean, the British are here, and they're putting a bit of pressure on. If they can keep this line fight going on for long enough, then they could probably win this. I don't know if this is a Spanish campaign that has no general, but it looks like it might be there. Grenadiers of Frankfurt are struggling, which is a shame, because I kind of wanted them to do well. The line fight over here not looking great, and the artillery on top of this hill, we can't see it, but there is Austrian artillery on top of this hill. It's pounding down there.
Our men are running, sir.
But yeah, maybe the French have bitten off more than they can chew. Look at this like horseshoe they got going on here. And it doesn't seem like it's paying off too well for them. This side they're okay, because the Russians haven't got the numbers. But over here, where Britain's like able to pour fire onto them, yeah, they're getting hit hard. Russia over here really not doing anything now. They're kind of just waiting, which is kind of okay. Oh, we have a cavalry charge. Hussars getting in, going after the artillery.
Our men are running, sir.
Nice little kills there for the Hussars. Now they need to get out of there. Nicely done. They managed to take them out, and the line infantry behind did not even fire. I guess because they weren't on fire at will because of the artillery. But that is a great shame. Hussar just got in there and just got out very easily. Got some British infantry here supporting the cav. It's an interesting move. Seems like a very 12-12 sort of strategy to do. Lots of cav forming up here. I'm waiting for this big cav fight that's going to happen on this flank. It's definitely one like being asked for. Like the French have massed a lot of cav here. The Austrians have just a lot of cav in this area. Okay, look at the bodies already on this hill. Like, it's brutal. I mean, that's a decent enough shot. You can see like, well, actually, you can just see the lines here. That's like all the French dead. And this is all the Austrians. They kind of just stood their ground. They refused to move. And the British were here, but they don't actually look like they're going to be needed because the French are retreating. They're back across to their start line almost. And the Austrians now pouring fire on the other Austria campaign France army here. Well, not the other one, but like the other parts of it here. And they're having to retreat. And it looks like Spanish campaign as well. France is also retreating, or one of them is. I don't know where the other one is exactly. It's all over the place. A lot of it's back here by the looks of it. But look at this. France is so terrified of other Cossacks. They've got 3 units, one of which is the guard of the Spanish guards. Then they have Swiss infantry back here. And they're all just guarding artillery. Just get this artillery to the front. Then you don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, that's unfortunate. Dragoons there getting shot by British infantry. The Russian guns, safe for now, but for how long? That is the question. It does seem as though, looking at this map though, that the French are trying to encircle the Russians here and try and get behind them. This is the Tyrol campaign trying to do this. It's a bold move, and this is another bold move. Tyrol campaign sending in Dragoons, and they are going to try and rout that. Try and rout that Russian gun. Did it? That's a brutal volley there from the British, firing to the flank, breaking those Dragoons. Very well done. And this is interesting. Look at the morale of this French army here. It's looking pretty dicey. If the British were to flank this unit around and shoot down the flanks, they could turn this fight around very easily. Swiss infantry here, you know, just helping to confuse the British by fighting in red as well. And also refusing to fire on other men fighting in red, it seems. Yeah, Britain's like accuracy and reloading skill for like these units is incredible, and it's showing as they're pushing back the French. And here we go. Britain is actually flanking a little unit here. If he just puts one volley or even charges and bayonet down here, he could probably break a lot of these guys. There you go, they broke 1, 2, and now they can just carry on down. Look, the lines are starting to waver already. And there you go, a bit of retreat going on. I hear more charging going on. Okay, Russian cav breaking out. And actually, what did they just break? Oh, they broke the cousins of the Emperor. No! They're gone. How dare they? Again, this Russian Dragoon now is like just free. It's like in the back lines. And there's more Russian cav back here. This little Cossack unit. Russian cav breaking through. I mean, if they wanted to, this cav could go round here, take out this artillery, or go past these artillery. Is there any generals down here? I don't see any. I'd expect there to be a general or two down here, but there isn't. I think this Russia player should be aggressive on this flank now. There's not many French units here. And you can see Britain is trying to be quite aggressive here. I know obviously Russia needs to be aware of what's in his backline. But I think he has enough numbers, certainly like 3 or 4 units here that could push forward and try and be aggressive. Try and wrap around the French. Get some boys into the fight. I hear another cavalry charge. Oh, it's Austrians over here. What are these Austrians doing? They're going to just try and take out this little Voltigeur unit. Because if so, these 16 men, they'll put up a fight. Fire! Or not. You know what? Maybe they won't put up a fight. Maybe they'll just take the charge. Well done by the Hussars, getting out of there pretty easily. And yeah, it looks like this light infantry here is just going to keep retreating. Smart, to be honest, by Tyrol. He just needs to get out of there. He's getting slightly isolated, I feel. The other main French armies are way back over here now, dueling with the British and the Austrians. Where is the Austrian cav? Is it still alive? Yeah, it looks like it's still alive. I thought they had a cavalry fight. Maybe, actually. There is a lot of dead cav here all of a sudden. I think they have had a cav fight, actually. Or a bit of one. I'm not sure. Looks like they did have one and didn't work out too well for the French. Here we go. The line's set up. They've got stakes here. This is a very much well-prepared line. And the French are going to make it their stand here. They're like, yeah, we prepared. I think they're firing canister shots. Brutal. Yeah, breaking those Austrians there already. This is, yeah, merciless fire from the French artillery. Or really, I should say German artillery. Smaller gear here. 3-4 men. Fire when ready. These sappers and miners. Yeah, they're not cut out for a line battle. Put it like that. They got gunned down, poor guys. The British, though, really helping this Austrian cause here. Really doing a good job. The sensor is sort of breaking. Austria needs to like, rotate his units here and put them back into the line. So his remaining Austrian infantry looking the other way, which is not a bad idea. What happened here? Oh, Austrian cab broke. I think he friendly fired with his artillery or something. But yeah, the Austrian cab's just broken. That's a massive loss. I can hear more charging again. I was here, Westphalian infantry going in and losing to Russian infantry. No surprise there. They got kicked out. Well done to Russia. Another little win. Could really do with sorting out this line here. It looks a little messy. Definitely is probably causing a bit of friendly fire. But the majority of the shots hitting home against those Frenchies, and those Frenchies aren't happy. They're going home. Yeah, currently at the moment, I'm really in a Napoleonic mood. I'm like, I've got lots of NTW3 I really want to cover in the next few days. For those of you who are fans of NTW3. But yeah, I've got a really good, oh boy, we'll come back to that in a moment. French cab, or should I say German cab coming in, charging in. The Austrians did not form square, or maybe couldn't even form square. This could be a problem. Big cab charge over here. Who will win this? Could be either side. Austria did in fact lose, and we have more Austrian cab coming in. And then they got routed when the other French cab came in behind, and now this is going to cause a big problem for the Austrians. We've got grenadiers that just charged in. Glorious looking grenadiers going in for kills.
Our men are running.
This is going to cause a bit of a rout. Yeah, about 1, 2, 3, 4 units on red, and they're starting to break. We have some British coming across to try and help the situation. Austria needs to start retreating now along this line. Just try and retreat and turn his units. Stop this cab charge. Stop the bleeding. As soon as one unit breaks, the next one goes down to red. It's like, yeah, it's a nasty cycle. So many Austrians now running for their lives. I feel like the lack of general is starting to affect them. We have another Dragoon unit coming in here. Brits are going to form square. They're going to keep themselves safe. Grenadiers the line. They're still pushing forward. They're tired. They will go on. And yet again, another good charge here. More Dragoons coming in. Just breaking any Austrian units that might have even re-rallied. And the other French unit going up here, dealing with the Austrian artillery. It's in a really nice position up on these hills. They dealt with them. And Austria is in real trouble. He could be wiped out here. It's very likely he might be. Oh, we have a general in there. They need to be careful. Is that British general? I think it is. Looks like a British general. Yeah, the British general's like over here. He's like scattered. His morale is not looking great. They need to be careful of that. Wow. That was lucky escape for the British. Yeah, look at that. There's like hundreds of Austrians down here.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Grenadiers the line now, dueling it out against the Brits. The Brits in their square will not give in. Really, these Grenadiers should have just reformed, fired on them and see if they come out of the square, and then just let the cavalry charge them. I mean, I don't think the student's going to get out alive because there is more infantry on the way. But yeah, there you go. Look at that. Austria has been routed from the field. Those Grenadiers also have been kicked out. But yeah, that is even more dead bodies now to add to an already very cluttered and bloody looking battlefield. Yeah, you can see a lot of white uniforms down there. There are also plenty of blue ones down there as well, especially over here. Yeah, my gosh, the Austrians gone, and they definitely provided a lot of corpses here today, along with the Russian army. So you could argue it's almost a 4v2, but I'd certainly say that at this point, the Austrian army looking pretty battered. It's seen better days. One of the Spanish armies is without a general and also is pretty battered after its push. And the other Spanish army, I mean, to be honest, you could just slam the two Spanish armies together, and that would be one army. And then the Tyrol army, that's pretty small as well. So it's probably pretty close. It's certainly like a 3v2. And certainly, like, the British have got a very healthy army. They've barely fought yet today. Yes, I'm really in a Napoleonic mood before that French cab charged in, as I was saying, because I've been reading the new Sharp book, which I don't know if any of you know about the Sharp series. If you are into Napoleonics and you haven't heard about it, definitely go and read it or watch the series. It's an amazing series with Sean Bean playing the main character, Richard Sharp. But yeah, the new Sharp book is called Sharp's Assassin. Very, very good. Set off after Waterloo. And I've been reading that. It's got me really into the Napoleonic feel again. I've been like, yes, I need to do more NTW3 videos. I've just been advertising the book. Hopefully, you know what, I get a sponsorship from the Sharp series or something like that, or Bernard Cornwall, because you know what, if I'm going to advertise this book, so I feel like I should get something for it. But no. It is very good. Certainly, like, if you know and care about Napoleonics in any sort of way, you've probably heard of the Sharp series. By the way, changing the subject, this town hall finally 100%, and this one is as well. They are slowly, the French, knocking down every last inch of this town hall. They are like, if anyone's having the LOC, if we can't have the LOC, no one can have it. That's what I was trying to say. Tyrol has literally shifted his entire army from the very north, and he's now coming all the way around to the south by the looks of it. And here we go, France is charging in. This is actually Tyrol's troops here. Grenadiers the line, charging in, breaking the British there. Big win. Are they going to carry on into the next one? And the French are charging into the front as well. As I said, the British, like this British faction, very good in a line fight, not so much in a melee fight. So France is certainly taking advantage of its melee superiority. Volleys coming in, trying to scare off those Grenadiers. But yeah, the French now need to be careful because they are getting into a position where they could get flanked by multiple British units here. And we've got Scots charging in. Oh boy! Highlanders going in. I think they're trying to break these French units here, which they might actually do. They broke one, the other one sort of rallied a bit. And all of a sudden now, as you can see, the Austria campaign for France having to shift troops over here to try and help the situation. As Britain has made a big push back, and all of a sudden the odds are looking a little bit more even. Britain is holding in this fight for now. Bavarians there being routed. It's looking very messy over here at the moment. A lot of French infantry being poured in here. The Brits have got to hold on. Their morale is not looking great. Where is Russia when you need them? They're the melee expert. They're just busy sitting in the city at the moment. Still more troops come forward. This is Bavarian infantry here. But yeah, the British have managed to hold, and the Russians have actually arrived. We've got the Pavlos Grenadiers in here. Some of the hardest men in Europe. They have really pushed up. They need to be careful they don't get shot at by these Frenchies. Or out these They can rout these Bavarians if they can. If they can manage it, they're allowed to. But no, combat losing slightly. Morale not looking great at all. There you go. The French start to flank around here, and they actually do break the Grenadiers. That was lucky that this unit flanked. But Britain has made a lot of ground. Austria is still in the game, slightly as 2 units here. But yeah, Britain is really taking the fight to France and doing a good job. Dragoons over here, forming up. They're maybe looking for a chance to counter charges. Also covering the back lines. More Dragoons here. But Britain's very much aware of it. They've got plenty enough reserves that they can defend both sides. And the French are also again flanking around this side. This is the Spanish campaign now doing it. They're flanking around, maybe looking for a back way in. Russia not giving it to them. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see this. This is a general, like, right in the line of sight. Massena here needs to be careful. It's right in the line of fire of these British troops here. Could get hit. If he dies, that's a problem for the Tyrol campaign. There's another general over here, Jacques MacDonald. Clearly having a bit of a chat with these two. He's like comparing what's going on in the battle. Saying, well, we were doing much better earlier on when we routed that Austrian army. Not so much now. Dragoons here. Gonna try and silence this British, well, held expedition artillery. Looks like they're going to do it. Will they rout themselves, the Dragoons? They did! Well, that's a big win actually there for the British, I'd say. Or the held their expedition. Because the artillery was kind of useless. It was stuck here, really. And the cav routed trying to take out artillery. Cav's more important than that artillery at this point in the game. Yeah, Britain after having all that excitement, routing troops, making a big push. It's kind of being a bit more docile now. It's just, you know, sitting back, just going to shoot a little bit, harass the French, get back to its strengths of line battles. The Austrians over here ain't got no strengths. They are retreating. Artillery flying on by. I don't know who's got that artillery, who's firing it, but yeah, it is hitting hard. The town hall is in like absolute tatters at this point. Absolute tatters. It looks good though. Like with it on fire, it's very cinematic. I'm waiting for a cav charge somewhere. I feel like there's going to be one. Or maybe they're just patiently waiting on the Spanish campaign here to get into position. Get him behind. If they can get him behind and maybe throw in the British here, they've got a good chance of breaking through. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the battle. It's certainly been a fun one. Lots of cavalry charges, big line battles, and it's still very, very close. Looks like either side could win. Both sides still hold an LOC in the town, which is like the main objective. So right now it could end in a draw if it was to finish this very second. But yeah, big comeback really by the coalition. Certainly when Austria pushed back the French, and then when the British took over from the Austrians and helped push back the French on that flank. Yeah, it's just, I mean, the Austrian campaign for the French is exhausted. It's out of men. And the Spanish campaign one is suffering because of lack of generals. But there's an incredible amount of bodies around this town. A volley, boys! For the Emperor! Vive l'Emperor! Or maybe not. They're just going to stand there and just keep reloading. As good soldiers should. Looks like they've got cav coming up though. Look at this. Got dragoons from Thurn and Taxi. So they're a clear taxi service. But yeah, we have some dragoons pushing forward here. Looking for an opportunity. Oh, we have actually got infantry in here. Light infantry going in. Attacking these Brits. I mean, this is not a bad idea. Get the Brits back into melee. They seem to be working.
Our men are running, sir.
It's certainly the way to break them. And here we go. We've got cav coming forward. The dragoons seeing the opportunity now that the infantry's broken. Charge in against the British infantry. They cannot form square. Taking quite a few casualties though, these Frenchies. Oh, we've got another charge over here as well. In come the French, breaking the Austrians nice and easily. And now they're into this in this complex as well here. They got a duel with a few Brits, but it looks like they're going to just get straight into combat. They're not going to give them a chance to fire. This is smart. And there you go, the British have been broken. This cav is now freed up to go and do whatever it likes. The British are breaking quite a lot actually here. They're going to have to quickly start retreating on these fronts. Yeah, here we go. Cavalry's going to go in and join this fight against the infantry here.
Our men are running.
And now here comes the Russian dragoons. Into the back lines, going to try and break these French. And there you go, they did that easily enough. And send that dragoon unit packing as well. Saving the British ass. Well, actually not quite, because the French are still charged forward here with more of their light infantry. And the British charged in here, in fact. So the British being aggressive. Going to try and break these Italians, perhaps. Doesn't look like they're going to do it. It looks like the morale is in favor of the Italians. There you go. Another cav charge here by the French. Also broke another British unit here. So the British taking a lot of casualties all of a sudden. Need to get back into their line fighting ways. Got like a grenadier unit here. That'll be a pretty handy unit in late game, maybe, for those melee fights in the streets. French here managing to surround the British, or get in behind them, I should say. And there's not long left in this battle now. Russia is looking pretty bad though without its general. They are having a rough time in that line fight there. And you can see that the French are broken through on this side. The Russians have been defeated Looks like they've been kicked out of this building as well, maybe. Hard to say. We've got Jacques McDonald's coming forward here. The Rocket Marengo still back there, but yeah, the Russians are starting to break. They're getting shot both sides. It's no surprise. Morale is not looking great. There you go, breaking that Russian unit. And it's kind of really just the British left. British just got to hold on, maybe try and retake one of the LOCs or just try and beat the French. And the Russians are going to charge in against the Spanish, well, the Spanish campaign France. Can they do it? I don't know. Got infantry from Waldeck there. I don't know where the heck Waldeck is. More infantry charging in against the Russians. Can't really see what's going on, but the French break. Building's been captured. So finally, they've captured the town hall. It's been I don't know what's been thrown in there. For the French, maybe just so. Looks like there's light infantry being thrown in. But yeah, finally it's been captured. This is the first action really of the battlefield of the battle. Was trying to take this building with those Velite Grenadiers of the Guard of Italy, and like right at the end of the battle, they've taken it off the Russians. It's cost them everything really for the French. But yeah, we'll look at the bodies quickly. I mean, there are an incredible amount of bodies on this battlefield. It is literally covered in bodies. It's brutal, and yeah, especially over here on this hill. My gosh. And there's still like 3 or so minutes. The British could lose a lot more here, and then they are getting charged by Grenadiers here. Grenadiers versus the Scots. Who wins that? The Grenadiers won. They beat the Scots. Well, that is a sad thing to see. Got Dragoons going in here. They got broken. Well done, Britain. They're doing a really good job actually dealing with this cavalry. Yeah, it looks like the battle is coming to an end. I mean, at the moment, I'd say it's going to be a French victory because the French hold all the LOCs. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to take out all the British in time. You know what? The British look like they're holding on for quite a while. Quite well. And even as it gets too close, it seems to get hit hard and breaks. I mean, it's mainly the Spanish campaign in Tyrol that are making the last effort. But yeah, we'll just fast forward quickly as the British try and clean up what is left. It looks like they're going to go for a charge here to the French. This is bold, that is for sure. You can see, this is not a good idea. Do not do that. And the French all of a sudden now look like they have less men actually than the British. Probably would if there's like 5 or so more minutes. I think the French would have a tough time of holding on this village. Most of their troops are a long way away. Even those Swiss are pretty healthy. Fusiliers of the Guard. Still got a few generals lying around. Yeah, maybe they'd have a chance. It'd be very close, that's for sure. But yeah, with about 50 odd seconds left in this game, I don't think they're going to get a chance to have a proper fight and decide who is going to be the victor. I think it is going to end in a draw. But I will give the victory to the French, like I said, for holding the 2 LOCs, for holding the town at the end of this game, which is kind of like the mini objective, I guess. But yeah, really, really hard-fought battle. And honestly, I think if the Russian 1807 hadn't got himself killed so early on, I think the coalition win this one. Because I think 1807 Russia just had so much men. They had like a lot of men. And he just got them thrown away. Well, threw them all away. The general here needs to be careful. He's in a little bit of danger. Oh, we have a cav unit here. We have a Chasseur Cheval. 36 brave Chasseur Cheval. Are they going to go for the general right at the end? With seconds remaining, these guys are going to go in and try and take out the general.
We have killed their general.
Just like that, they killed the general, and there you go. The end results come in a second later as the generals. So none of the coalition armies, like generals, survived. I don't think. I think they all got killed off or routed. Wow, that is unlucky for the coalition, especially for Britain, who was doing so well up until that point. But yeah, so this one was sent in by Johnny the Buffoon, who was playing as the 10-pointer Austria campaign, France, nearly getting 2,000 kills as them. Then we have K1 playing as the Spanish campaign, getting nearly 2,200 kills. Then Chazlot getting just shy of 800, and Nomadic Lands having a rough game as the other Spanish campaign, getting just under 700 kills. Then we have Richard Lionheart playing as 1807 Russia, getting just under 500 kills. I don't know what he was doing, whether he desynced or what, or just started throwing the towel. But yeah, got his army killed, getting very few kills himself. Clarky Boy playing as UK, like the Helder expedition, getting nearly 2,100 kills, did very well. Sniper Smith getting 1,100 kills, did very well. And then we have Heads nearly getting 1,000 kills as Austria. But yeah, the unit stats quickly. Got 216 kills with the 6-pounder. Grenadiers getting 195, 129 with Dragoons here. Some solid kills, really. But there you go. If you want to have a look at them, you can do so. And there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.